Hello, everybody. Very good morning to everybody. Weather extra time on a Wednesday morning. I hope you all are doing well. A little gloomy to start the day. I apologize right now for my voice. Hopefully, I'll get this thing back tomorrow. I sound like Kermit the Frog. It's terrible. But lost my voice yesterday and have not got it back yet. We're going to work on that, though. We're going to also work on getting these clouds out of here, too. I'm pointing over to the screen because I can see them. A lot of dense fog this morning. Had some real heavy rain yesterday. Everything was saturated. Prime conditions for a little fog this morning, but it turned out to be a lot of fog. Eric Burke was telling you about it on air. I didn't really slow down the traffic much this morning, which is okay, but there was some dense fog, visibility near zero in many locations. The fog is pretty much let go, but the clouds are going to linger. And it's going to be a very slow, gradual clearing this afternoon. Some of you won't even get into sunshine. Others may have a few peaks before the day's out. Temperature right now in Decatur, though, sitting at 71 degrees. So it is cool without the sunshine. There are a few locations that are in the 60s. Like it's way cool outside. Like it feels damp, though. It doesn't have that fall crispiness to it where like when you go outside and it feels dry. That will happen for tonight and tomorrow. We're not quite there yet. We're still in the process of a frontal boundary moving through that will usher in that drier air. It's going to turn your winds to the north. They'll be a little gusty, and it's going to keep the temperatures cool, but you get the combination of all of it tomorrow when you pop a little sunshine, and it feels very fall-like. So a layer of 70s and 80s to our south, but you don't have to go too far north to get into some cooler air. In fact, where you see in Florida, it's already at 69. But if you go back even a little bit more northwest, there's some 50s back in Chicago and St. Louis and Des Moines and Lincoln, Nebraska. So this little pocket of cooler air continued to trickle south, and probably not so much during the day when we're still 70s and 80s, but when your overnight lows drop back to around 50 degrees, especially this weekend, that will probably be that fall-like feel that many of you have been really waiting for. And it will start to feel really good. The dew point temperature is a great indication of how dry or how humid the air is. When you see 60s and 70s, that's not dry air yet. It's still relatively humid outside. It's just not hot. These dew point temperatures that you see there in the 60s and low 70s that I'm pointing to on the screen, they'll drop back into the 50s and maybe even a few 40s by this evening. That's when the air starts to feel better to you, especially if you're getting clear skies and it turns out to be a nice night. The process will all take place with the winds being a bit gusty out of the north or north-northeast behind the front. Occasional gusts to 20, 25, sustained winds 10 to 15. That lets you know that this blue front's passing on by, taking any rain with it as well. The one thing we got to keep an eye on, though, late tonight and tomorrow morning, there could be a few pockets of sprinkles or just a little bit of drizzle in the morning. But other than that, most of the rain is done. And now it's just a matter of getting back into some sunshine. That process will be real slow today. Keep the expectations way down on how much sun is out there, okay? Temperatures in the 70s. That 78 might be a reach just because we just don't have as much sunshine. The clouds are going to keep it cool. It's going to be very cool. And then tonight, 53 for the low, mostly clear, cool. Still a little breezy. The breeze is not going to go anywhere. It's going to stick around tomorrow, too. We added that 10% for Thursday for a slight sprinkle. Other than that, it looks really good. In fact, let me pull this up for you. Yeah, it looks good. A lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 70s, getting up to near 80 by Sunday. Mid-80s next week, lots of sunshine in the forecast, and it looks really good. Really quiet weather pattern. Hopefully you were one of those locations that actually had some rain yesterday. If you did, came down heavy. I put a video up yesterday. I was over at Bridge Street, and I was watching the radar, and I was like, and then about 3, 2, 1, and then the skies opened up, and everybody got caught in the rain. It was pouring, like really heavy. Got some wind, too. Not a tremendous amount of wind, but a little bit of wind. It was enough to take the rain, kind of bring it a little sideways, but it was coming down pretty good. That was one. And then there was a second line of heavy rain behind it. I timed it so that I left where I was at when the first round ended, got to my truck, drove home, and the second round came in and it poured at my house. So I was in 2 downpours yesterday. But it was nice to get some rain for sure. Definitely needed it. So while our weather stays quiet, we still keep an eye on the tropics. Another named system, Jerry with a J. Mainly going to sit in the central South Atlantic, moving to the Caribbean. Not a lot going on with Jerry. We're keeping an eye on it. There's another area the National Hurricane Center is watching out towards, like the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, but very low chance of being named. So, we're getting out of the middle to end of October, and we've had some named storms, but very minimal impacts so far. Hopefully it'll play out that way. The hurricane season, or tropical season, whatever you want to call it, goes all the way till the end of November 30th. Not that hurricanes know when the month happens. We've had hurricanes that have developed in December and January before, so it's not unheard of, but your hurricane season officially comes to an end at the end of November, right after Thanksgiving. So, all right, 10:37 is the time. I'm going to back off a little early today, try to keep a little bit of my voice, because I am part of TVL today. Peyton will be on at 11 o'clock. She'll have the very latest for you. Entertainment news, special guests in the studio. They work real hard to make it all happen for you. And then Gina Benitez will be on at noon. She'll have the very latest on the newscast for you. Any stories that we're developing this morning, follow up on those. Anything breaking, we'll have news on that as well. And I'll throw in a little weather at times. So everybody enjoy the cooler temperatures. And hopefully your location gets a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. If you don't get any today, it'll be a fight tomorrow. By Friday, you should get back into mostly sunny skies for most of the area. And it looks like a really great weekend. Hopefully, the weather for this weekend will be like it is next weekend when the Liz Hurley Ribbon Run is taking place on Saturday. We'd love to have some sunshine and temperatures right near 80. That would be ideal conditions. Everybody have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.